Hi, and welcome back to Born to Learn. I'm Ben, and today I'm going to be talking a little bit about describing people. So don't worry, it's quite a lot of vocabulary. You might need to watch back a couple of times, but we don't have to learn all of the words immediately. Some are positive, some are negative. So I thought I might start by describing a few people that I know. How about Colette? So I have a friend, Colette, and she's probably the cleverest person I know. She's sharp, she's quick-witted. That means she finds the answer, or she knows things very quickly. She doesn't seem to take a long time to think about things. But she's also very bright, very clever, very smart, intelligent. She's clever, she knows how to answer questions. But more than that, she's someone that's very hardworking, and she really applies herself to what she does. She's disciplined, she's organized. So it's no surprise she's quite a success. All of these are really good adjectives to describe someone. She's bright and she's hardworking, which is kind of the miracle combination. But on the other hand, maybe because she's quite so clever, she's sometimes a bit demanding of others. She expects them always to be as clever or as quick as her. And sometimes that means she can be impatient, which is not so much fun. She's been often a little bit impatient with me because I'm not quite as clever as she is. And bizarrely, very strangely, she lacks confidence in herself. She doesn't realize that she's quite as clever as she is. And so sometimes she can be oversensitive. So she's very bright, very clever, but sometimes she's a bit demanding because she expects everyone to be the same as herself, but also she's a little bit oversensitive. She doesn't really like it when people disagree with her, which isn't that often, to be fair. Anyway, that's Colette. George, you'd love George because George is really popular. Everybody likes George. He's a real people person, so he's good with people. He can talk to anybody. He's, I guess, the word you might use, you might have used before, is nice. But in English, nice is a little bit weak. It's a perfectly good, a perfectly nice adjective, but it's the kind of thing that we use almost as a euphemism. So, for example, I might say to you, do you like my shirt? And you would say, yeah, it's nice, because you're obviously too polite to tell me that it's not very nice. So rather than say nice, he's friendly, he's charming, he's gentle as well, and he's considerate. He thinks of other people. He's kind, compassionate, he's thoughtful. And he's not that boring, he's fun, he's witty, but tactful. That means when he makes jokes, they're diplomatic. They're not jokes that will make or that will hurt other people's feelings. He's a reasonable kind of guy. But then George is also a worrier. Maybe he worries too much about other people, not enough about himself. A little bit, which makes him a little bit anxious. Who else have we got? Lily. Lily she's quite young, she's a friend of mine, and she's an artist. She is insanely talented. Insanely talented, that means she's very talented. We could say very, it's a bit like nice. We like the word very, but then we say she's very good, very, very good. And actually when we speak, we might prefer something like so, she's so talented. Or really, she's really talented. But today, I'm feeling slightly American and I like insanely. She's insanely talented. So it's a really strong, slightly familiar word for making this personality adjective much stronger. In fact, she's so talented, she's one of those people that can do anything. Everything seems to come easily to her. It seems as if whatever she does, she succeeds at doing it. In fact, she's just very hardworking. She's perceptive. She learns quickly. She's a fast learner, we say. And then on the flip side, well, actually, I think it's a positive personality trait. She's straightforward and she's honest. And that means she would tell me she didn't like my shirt. She's also fun. She's outgoing. I'd say she's a good laugh. It means she's a nice person to go for a drink with, to go out to the pub with, because she's always cheerful and positive. But again, she can be a little bit stubborn, a little bit opinionated. She tends to think that she's thinking her ideas are the best ideas, and she's a little bit self-opinionated. I'm being a bit harsh there. All of them are lovely in any case. So, very quickly, that was a lot of vocabulary, and you don't really need to remember all of that vocabulary for the moment. I hope most of it's fairly clear. But just answer me this. Just tell me, how would you describe yourself, or how would you describe your best friend? Okay, well, that's enough for today. Thanks very much, and I'll see you again soon. Goodbye.